Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Wahpeton Baseball is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Action Realty, Builder's First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, High Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now, here's KBMW's Robert Wanick.
Welcome to John Randall Field, everybody. A beautiful night for East Region Baseball. Little rivalry game here. Kindred, post 117 versus Wahpeton, post 20. I'm Robert Wanick here on B92.7 FM. We're streaming this game at KBMW News Live YouTube. I was a little late to the press box today. Had some car troubles, but it was more human error. Left the lights on my Mercedes, and now nothing works. So, good piece of advice from Brian Watson up here in the booth. He said, don't leave the lights on. So 1 point for Brian, 0 points for Robert. That's how we start the night. Wahpeton playing a doubleheader here tonight versus Kindred. Post 20 is now 8-2 in the East region. Last time I checked the standings, Kindred was 5-5. Last standings we got were 2 days ago. So Kindred certainly in the mix once again. Of course, they lost in the state championship game last season to Wahpeton 10-0. As Wahpeton dominated that state tournament, going 5-0 to win their second straight Class A state championship in 3 years. So Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. It's going to have to wait, folks. Glad I got here before first pitch. Your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups. We'll bring them to you as we go. Kindred is getting ready to come to the plate. Mason Almaris, the NDSCS Wildcat. He will lead it off. Mondac All-Conference player. Fantastic hitter. He batted over .440 on the season at the junior college level. He'll wear number 8, and he will lead off for this team. Aiden Hayek on the bump for Wahpeton. He's 3-0. Fantastic season so far. Not a lot of strikeout stuff out of Hayek. He only has, I believe, 8 strikeouts on the season, and he has 3 starts. So mixes it up, hopes for weak contact, and relies on that post-20 defense. Left to right in the infield, we have Nick Langenwalter at third base, Caden Kappas at short, Skylar Blado at second, Cooper Klosterman at first. First pitch coming at JR, 5:31. It's a strike at the knees from Aiden Hayek to Mason Almaris. Your Wahpeton outfield left to right. We'll get to it right after the second pitch here, 0-1 to Mason Almaris. Fastball just off the outside corner. Looks like we got Josiah Brewer in left field. We have Miles Hinckley in center, and Jaden Big Bird King in right. A lot of ground covered out there. 1-1 to Almaris, fouls it back into the net. So like I said, Mason Almaris, part of that resurgent NDSCS Wildcats baseball team. Had the most wins in program history this year. I believe they were 14-27. Pitch on the way from Hayek. That one hit opposite field over to King in right. Takes a couple steps in and corrals it for the first out of the ball game. Jaden King has been fantastic in right field this year for Wahpeton post 20. He had that big diving catch to end the game against Aitken. Just effortlessly covers ground at 6'4". So that's going to bring up number 5 for the Kindred Vikings with 1 down in the first inning. That is Jack Wold. Wold takes a pitch down and outside for ball 1. So Wahpeton split their last game here against Devils Lake for their first region loss in 35 games. 1-0 to Wold. That one off the handle, but he's going to muscle it out to left field for a single in the first hit of the game. Jack Wold. Runner on first. In the first for Kindred. As I was saying, Wahpeton split with Devils Lake their last time out. Wahpeton had a 34-game win streak in East Region. They lost 5-4 in 8 innings. A couple mistakes there. I think they had 4 errors in that game, maybe even 5, but uncharacteristic of post 20. Still in the ball game with a chance to win. They did bounce back in the nightcap, 4-1. Impressive outing, 10 strikeouts from Caden Kappas as the pitch to Bryce Whipple catches the outside corner for a strike. So Aiden Hayek working the outside corner early on. 0-1 count here, one down, runner on first. Just underway here, Wahpeton hosting Kindred. Delivery on the way, just off the black on the outside corner. Hayek trying to paint a mosaic there, can't get the call. Count is 1-1 to the number 3 hitter from Kindred. Hayek, the righty, takes a look over to first. He'll come closed in the stretch. Checks over to first base, nothing doing. Nick Langenwalter, nice job backing up the throw back to the mound. Langenwalter's really impressed me this season. He's been lights out at third base. Phenomenal perm tournament, made a diving play, and he also kept the tag on a runner who slid past the base. Has played a little bit at second, but where he's really shined is at the hot corner. Pitch on the way. That's an off-speed pitch, and it's fouled off to the right side as Aiden Hayek gets ahead 1-2. So Wahpeton lost that game to Devil's Lake, and they just haven't been playing as good as they can. And you can look at it two ways. You can say they're still in the game even though they're not playing great, but I think any good coach will say, we're just not playing great. You don't take any solace in keeping it close even though you're not at your highest level. You just simply want to be at your highest level. So no consolation prizes here for Post 20. They just want to do better. Even though they're 17-2, that's crazy to say. They still want to do better, and they still have a lot left in the tank. 2-2 count here to Bryce Whipple. High fastball grounded to Kappas at short. He goes for the backhand. That's going to be an E6. Ball that was hit right at him. Should have sat down on it. He went for the backhand, and it's going to cost Wahpeton. That's an E6. Runners on first and second, one down. Kappas just kind of let that ball play him, and it ate him up. Brings up Kylan Swenson. Cleanup man for Kindred as they're looking to take an early lead. Runners on first and second in the first inning. Beautiful night here at John Randall. 2 games on tap. Bladel, the second baseman, holding the runner on second. First pitch of the AB is high. We are streaming this game on KBMW News Live YouTube. Hayek, 1-0 count. Inside fastball is fouled off. Swenson taps it off his own cleat. Hayek, a few triples on the season at the plate, and he's been more than serviceable as a number 3 or 4 starter in this lineup, or in this rotation that just keeps getting deeper with the return of Braxton Pauley and the reemergence of Klosterman, as that one is grounded to Kappas at shortstop, and that is going to be another E6. He kind of got blinded by the runner there, but nonetheless goes off the webbing and into the outfield, and Kindred has scored the first run of the game on back-to-back errors. So the RBI from Kylan Swenson puts Kindred up 1-0 early on. Tough play when the runner blinds you. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. As I was saying, it's a tough play when the runner runs in front of you, but you either got to get a break on it and get in front of the runner, or you got to take a couple steps back and take a candy hop and just settle for one. Little in-between ball got by Kappas there. 1-0 Kindred on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And you know Kindred's going to get up for this game. Heated rivalry. Of course, last year, Coach Kappas got tossed in Kindred. We all know that. And in the state tournament, it was all Wahpeton. Kindred ended up walking in the game-winning run. That one's hit to right field, and it's going to fall in front of King. But they are going to hold the lead runner at third base. Opposite field single for Stanley Belaski. And the bases are loaded with one out here in the first inning. Kindred is cooking early on in Wahpeton. Grant Spellhog coming up in the 6th hole. Double play would go a long ways here for Wahpeton. Bases loaded. 1-0 Kindred in the first on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Hayek can't find the zone with strike one. Nowhere to put Spellhog. The number 6 hitter in your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineup. Way back in the batter's box, he's got that back cleat dug in the chalk. Second pitch, low and away. 2-0 to Spellhog, so he'll be sitting red dead four-seam here looking to do some damage. And Wahpeton has played from behind quite a bit this season. They have won the majority of those ball games with a 17-2 record. 2-0 to Spellhog. Off the plate, 3-0. Hayek got to be careful here not to walk in the second run of the ball game. First 2 runs of the ball game coming after back-to-back errors. Kindred has Wahpeton against the wall here. That one driven to left field. It's going to be right on Brewer. He's going to throw home. Throw is way short. Sacrifice fly will do the job from Spellhog. 2-0 Kindred. But Wahpeton got to be happy to grab the second out of the inning there. On a ball that looked pretty good off the bat, but it just hung up. Went right to Josiah Brewer in left field. He didn't have to drift a whole lot to his left. His throw into the plate just made it past the mound. Jackson Fleeflet, a nice job running out there to get the baseball. So we have runners on first and second now. 2-0 Kindred on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Aiden Hayek trying to get out of this mess here. Just below the knees, outside half of the plate, 1-0 to number 10. Hayek, 1-0 pitch. Off-speed pitch gets a spinning foul ball off the end cap. That one's going to hurt the hands a little bit. Hayek, 1-1 count. Trying to win the evens here. Right-handed delivery out of the stretch. Catches the outside corner with what looked to be a cut fastball. Some good run on whatever that pitch was. And he's got a 1-2 count. Chance here to close the door on the first inning. Limit the damage. Hayek comes set. Right-handed delivery. Swing and a miss. Hayek takes care of business. Strike 3. But not before Kindred puts 2 runs up on the scoreboard on a pair of errors and a pair of hits. So Kindred getting it going early at John Randall Field. Wahpeton looking to answer, trailing 2-0 after 1/2 inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I'm Robert Wanick, and this is Post 20 Baseball on B92.7 FM.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wanick, and we just doubled up on the Builder's First Source ad there. That's just because we appreciate our sponsors so much. Thanks for tuning in. We are here, Wahpeton versus Kindred, East Region rivalry game, rematch of last year's state title game. Mason Almaris, leadoff hitter, has returned to Kindred, and he will be a dangerous man in the lineup. This game, he played at NDSCS in town, and he was a conference MVP candidate. Batted over 400 on the season. Fantastic player. Kindred puts up 2 in the top of the first inning, and Wahpeton is going to lead off with Caden Kappas, your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineup. First pitch to Kappas. Takes that one for a strike on the outside corner. Caden Kappas tearing the cover off the ball this season for Wahpeton. Looking to get something started here. 0-1. Takes that one on the most outer half of the strike zone. It's 0-2. Kappas has also been hit by pitch 16 times this year. I don't have the numbers for every team, but I got to say that has to lead the state. That is an incredible amount as he hits a curveball right up the middle, and it's going to get through the hole. Past the pitcher, past the shortstop. Caden Kappas bleeds it through for a single. So the leadoff man does his job. And we can expect some ebb and flow to this game, some back and forth, some chippiness. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Kindred, post 117. Right here at John Randall Field, facing Wahpeton, post 20. I'm Robert Wannick. Thank you for hanging out. My favorite time of the year, American Legion Baseball. Skylar Blado steps to the plate. First pitch to Blado. Third straight strike on the outside corner. Swenson on the mound for Kindred. Staked to a 2-run lead here. Second pitch to Blado, just a bit outside, 1-1. Blado steps out to take the signs. He's wearing number 3. Wahpeton in the all-whites today. Red batting helmets, looking sharp. Post 20 moms on top of the laundry. Keeping this team looking crispy. Team that certainly has some swagger, this Wahpeton team. Count is 2-1 from Swenson to Skylar Blado. Swenson working out of the stretch. Caden Kappas on first. That pitch is high. That's one that Josh Nordic doesn't give a lot above the belt. I like to describe Josh's strike zone as MLB strike zone. It's knees to belt, corner to corner, and I like it because there really is only one strike zone. Pitch on the way to Blado. That one hit a mile high to left. And it's going to be hauled in for the first out of the inning. A little bit of drifting there from McDonald, but he gets it. As I was saying, Josh Nordic's strike zone, just a typical belt to knees, corner to corner. And I like how people say, well, Babe Ruth strike zone, Legion strike zone, MLB strike zone. There's only one strike zone, and that's how he calls it. Consistent as ever. Skylar Blado flies out to left. Caden Kappas on first base here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up Jackson Fleeflet. First pitch to Fleeflet goes right by his eyes. Kappas steals second. Head first slide throw goes into center. He's going to get over to third base. And that's what Caden Kappas brings to the table. Puts pressure on opposing pitchers and catchers. And just like that, steals second, gets to third on a throwing error. Jackson Fleeflet at the plate. Back-to-back evenings with a Little League home run. Couple overthrows allowed him to turn a double and a triple into a Little League homer. And boy, that's exciting when that happens. Second offering to Fleeflet as an off-speed pitch on the inside corner evens the count at 1-1. Fleeflet trying to drive in the first run of the game, and he's going to sky it on the infield grass. First baseman parks underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2. That catch was made by Spellhaug. Right on the base at first. So the sacrifice fly is now out of the question. With 2 down, Caden Kappas 90 feet away. Jaden Big Bird King at the plate. 6'4" righty. Pair of home runs on the season. First pitch to him. Way high for ball 1. 1-0 to King. Inside corner at the knees, well-placed fastball evens the count at 1-1. Caden Kappas would take a pass ball here, obviously. Use those legs to get home. 1-1 on the way to Jaden King. That one just above the belt, a couple inches high, 2-1. King, good discipline. He knows where the zone is, and he's not going to sacrifice his discipline to chase something that looks good. 2-1, right down the middle. King saws it off to right field. RBI single for Jaden King. Your Wahpeton post-20 RBI leader drives in Caden Kappas, cutting this Kindred lead to 2-1 in the bottom of the first inning. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So Jaden King rises to the occasion once again for Wahpeton. Cuts the early Kindred lead in half. That's going to bring Cooper Klosterman to the plate. And on the season for Jaden King, he has 25 RBIs now. That's 7 more than Jackson Fleeflet for the team lead. He entered this game hitting hitting 327 with a 472 on base percentage. Klosterman swings through the first pitch. Makes contact with the second pitch. Pitcher giving chase by the Wahpeton dugout, and that's going to land by the concession stand. So new life here for Cooper Klosterman. Down 0-2 in the count. Take a look at your Wahpeton leaders for batting average this year. Jackson Fleeflet hitting .490. Caden Kappas .423. Braxton Pauley .381. Nick Langenwalter .342. Jaden King .327. Aiden Hayek .319. Skylar Blado 316, Hinckley 292, and your man at the plate, Cooper Klosterman, 279. 0-2 count. Curveball is caught at the belt, but it was so slow that it broke high. One of those balls that enters the zone high and gets to the catcher at the belt, but it's not going to fool Josh Nordic, and we have a 1-2 count. Klosterman, 1-2 pitch, and that one is popped up foul. That one is caught by the Kindred catcher, and that will end the inning. Wahpeton scores 1 run on an RBI single from Jaden King. The inning ends on a foul pop fly that is caught by your Kindred catcher, Whipple. 2-1 after 1 full inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Stick around. We're coming back with the second inning. Kindred 2, Wahpeton 1, John Randall Field.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Welcome back to John Randall Field for the top of the second inning. Kindred on top of your hometown Wahpeton Post 20 team, 2-1. Jack McDonald comes to the plate. First pitch from Hayek is behind McDonald. Jackson Fleeflet with a nice catch there. Shades of Joe Mauer snags that one behind the batter. 1-0. Aiden Hayek out of the windup. Right-handed delivery. That one's rolled over to Langenwalter at third base. Plays the short hop. Throws it on the money to Klosterman. For the first out of the inning, Nick Langenwalter continues to anchor this post-20 defense. Kindred scoring 2 runs in the first inning on a pair of Wahpeton errors, uncharacteristically made by Caden Kappas at shortstop. That'll bring up Xander Rath. Hayek with a long look in for the signs finally starts his windup. First pitch is a fastball down the pipe, 0-1. Aiden Hayek, one of the players stepping up to fill the void of a great graduating group from last season from the state championship team. His 0-1 on the way. Nice fastball up and in, gets a swing and a miss. First location change, if we don't count that ball that was behind the last batter. First location change by Hayek. Gets a whiff. He's got an 0-2 count here. That one hit pretty hard to the left center gap. Brewer and Hinckley giving chase. Neither of them will get it. Hinckley cuts it off in the gap. Into second base with that speed, and it's going to be a double. So Rath gets the double. Xander Rath doubles to left center field. One down, and it brings up the dangerous Mason Almaris. He is 0 for 1 so far. He's got a runner in scoring position to work with. And he'll be coming back to NDSCS next year for his sophomore season. So will Wahpeton Post 20 player, former Wahpeton Post 20 player, Tori Ulick. Those two, 1 and 2 in the NDSCS batting order. First pitch to Mason Almaris. Belt high, outside corner, strike 1. Seemed like Almaris was getting 2 or 3 hits every game. Tori Ulick on base for him, getting driven in quite often. But he takes 2 straight pitches from Hayek in the zone, and Hayek's got him behind 0-2 here. This would be a big, big boost if Hayek could K up Mondak All-Conference college baseball player for the second out of the inning. We'll see what he goes with here. 0-2. Delivery from Hayek. That one is flared out to center field. Miles Hinckley drifts back, gets behind it, makes the catch, prevents the tag. Just like you draw it up, 2 outs. So Hayek getting Mason Almaris both times so far in this ball game. That's going to bring up Jack Wold. Wold 1 for 1 with a run scored in the first inning. If you're just tuning in, I'm Robert Wanick. This is B92.7. Kindred leads Wahpeton 2-1. American Legion Baseball. We're in the top of the second inning. Aiden Hayek, runner on second base. Ben Wold at the plate. Hayek steps off the back of the rubber. Wants to go through the signs again with the super senior catcher from University of Minnesota Crookston, Jackson Fleeflet. Pitch on the way from Hayek, just off the plate, 1-0. Hayek held onto that fastball a little long, left it off the plate. We should be in for a good one tonight, folks. 1-0 from Hayek. That one is driven a long way to left field. It looks like it's drifting foul, and it does drift foul by about 2 feet. 314-foot foul ball from Ben Wold. Fence in left field is 324. It's got about a 10-foot foul pole and a new Old Glory blowing in the wind out there. Wind is blowing right to left and to left a little bit. So that could be the power alley today. And Ben Wold just missed that one. Got out in front of the four-seamer. 1-1 to Wold. He hits that one up the middle. Second baseman Blado shifts to his right, fields it, throws it to first for the third out of the inning. Xander Rath doubles, but he's stranded on second base. And after 1.5 innings, Kindred 2, Wahpeton 1, post 20 coming to the plate. Right here on B92.7 FM, I'm Robert Wanick. Stick around. We'll be right back from the iconic John Randall Field.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I would like to let you know about our DEF fluid. Whether you're looking for a 2.5 gallon jug or a 275 gallon tote, we've got you covered. You can also grab it at the pumps at the Southern Valley Travel Center located on the 210 bypass. So whatever your DEF needs are, we're here to help.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wanick. Kindred leading Wahpeton 2-1. Wahpeton coming to bat with Aiden Hayek in the bottom of the second. And Hayek has been a dude this year at the plate. His first run at A-Legion, and he has looked 100% the part as the first pitch on the way. Hayek swings and rips that one foul down the third baseline. Take a look at Hayek's numbers. 57 plate appearances. He's batting .319 with a .429 on base percentage. He has showed off that pop with 2 doubles and 2 triples. He has 7 runs scored on the year as he fought. No, that one is going to be fair, excuse me. Infield pop fly, caught by the shortstop. So Hayek flies out on the infield grass. As I was going to say, Aiden Hayek, 7 RBIs and 7 runs from the number 6 spot in the lineup for most of the season. That's going to bring up Braxton Pauley, who has cemented his spot in this lineup after he returned from his elbow injury. He hit a home run. He has 3 doubles, and he's really getting it going. First pitch skips in the dirt outside. Pauley, limited at bats last year, basically a pitcher only, and I think that was somewhat the plan for him this summer, but he parlayed his few at bats into some power, and now he finds himself in a regular DH role for this team. 1-1 to Braxton Pauley, number 23. Pitch on the way. Hits that one down the right field line. And that one is going to be caught diving by the right fielder. Fantastic play as the wind kind of blew that one back towards the line. And it was a diving catch in right field by Xander Rath. So he doubles last inning, and then he hustles over and makes a diving play on the line. And Wahpeton's got 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Kindred clinging to a 2-1 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard brings up Nick Langenwalter. Langenwalter 3 for 3 his last time out in that win versus Devil's Lake. And he hits that one hard to center, but it is measured and it is caught. So Langenwalter, loud contact to Mason Almaris, results in a fly ball out to center field, and that ends the second inning. We're going to move on to the top of the third. Kindred leading Wahpeton post 20, 2-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This is East Region North Dakota Class A baseball from the iconic John Randall Field.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back to JR John Randall Field in the beautiful Chihinkapa Park. I'm Robert Wanick from the Hebben Gene Dietrich press box. Kindred 2, Wahpeton 1. Kindred comes to the plate in the top of the third inning. Bryce Whipple comes to the plate for Kindred. Whipple 0 for 1, reached on error, scored a run in that first inning. On the mound for Wahpeton tonight, Aiden Hayek. 2 innings, 2 runs, neither of them earned. He's worked around 3 hits, has not walked a batter, and struck out 1 as Whipple drives that one to the right center gap. King corrals it. We're going to have a play at second. King's throw is going to come through. Whipple's going to get in standing by a couple steps. So back-to-back doubles in back-to-back innings for Kindred. Courtesy runner coming out for the catcher Whipple after he laces that one to the right center gap. So Kindred coming out, hitting the ball hard. Aiden Hayek on the mound. Going to try to work around a leadoff double from this Kindred team. Hayek comes set, working out of the stretch. Right-handed delivery straight over the top. Leaves it upstairs for ball 1. We got a courtesy runner at second base, folks. We do not have him on the roster up here. He's number 33. Hayek, 1-0 count. Hit towards third in the hole. That's going to be a single to left field. We're going to have runners on the corners here. So Swenson helping his own cause. Singles to left field. And Kindred has runners on the corners with nobody down. And this is an interesting situation. Jackson Fleeflet, one of the best catchers in all of baseball in North Dakota. Wahpeton has been known to give him the freedom to throw it all the way down to second on a steal situation, first and third here. Sometimes they steal an out there and keep the runner at third. So we'll see what Kindred does, and we'll see how Wahpeton responds. That one is fouled back. Kindred was not running on that play. The other night, Devil's Lake tried to sacrifice bunt, and Fleeflet ran out and barehanded it and gunned the guy out at second base. So playing with fire on the bases with Jackson Fleeflet behind the plate. 0-1. Runners on first and third for Kindred. Nobody down. Hayek's delivery, off-speed pitch, doesn't quite break enough. 1-1. Blasky at the plate. 1 for 1 tonight. Hayek comes set. In the dirt outside, blocked by Jackson Fleeflet. He'll keep the runner at first. And Kindred not doing anything tricky on the bases here with a first and third situation. And a 2-1 count to Belaski at the plate. Now that they've seen a couple deliveries from Hayek, we'll see if they do anything with your runner at first. Cooper Klosterman staying put there, holding on. Hayek throws it to first. It's close, not in time. Excellent move by Aiden Hayek. He kind of did the crisscross with his feet, little jump throw from the mound over to first base. Nearly resulted in a pickoff. Back to the batter here, 2-1. Hayek to Belaski. He throws it over the top of him, and that's going to get to the backstop. Wild pitch. Kindred scores its third run of the ball game. They lead 3-1. And they've built this lead off the back of 2 errors and a wild pitch. And 5 hits. They are hitting the ball very hard. But the innings have been extended. So Kindred 3, Wahpeton 1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Runner on second base. Nobody out. Hayek. Delivery. Way inside. Nearly hits Belaski. Count is 3-1. Belaski's saying it hit him, and he wasn't going to get first, but he tells Josh Nordick it hits him, and Josh Nordick's going to give him first. So that's kind of odd. You don't see that very often. No dead ball called, no hit batter called, but after a little bit of protest from Belaski, he's going to get first. Jackson Fleeflet doesn't say anything at all, so apparently the ball must have hit him, and he's going to reach hit by pitch. He's going to bring up Spellhog. He drives it down the third baseline, right past Nick Langenwalter. That's going to score a run. Hard hit single from Spellhog, and he is celebrating at first base. And Kindred coming out, guns blazing. That one right on the third baseline. No play on that ball for Nick Langenwalter. Kindred's 6th hit of the ball game. They lead 4-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So Wahpeton, first place in the region. Kindred coming in with a .500 record at 5-5. Not expecting this start. Kindred squares around to bunt. Picked up by Hayek. He's going to throw to first. It's too high. Athletic play by Skylar Blado. The second baseman leaps up, catches it, comes down on the bag just in time for the first out of the inning. Nearly a disaster for Wahpeton. Skylar Blado saves the day. Looking like the Jordan logo there. Leaps up, legs out, catches it. So that sacrifice bunt by Trom is going to bring up Jack McDonald, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch from Hayek outside. Still only 1 out in the third inning. And it's going to prompt a quick Minn Kota Egg Products mound visit as Jackson Fleeflet goes out to talk to his pitcher Hayek, who I think's been doing a pretty decent job. I mean, there's 6 hits on the scoreboard, but he's had to work around a couple early errors. A wild pitch didn't help his cause.
Red River Communications, Nadine Jolson, Minn Kota Egg Products, 3 Borders Sports Network.
9 base runners so far for Kindred. We're only 3 innings into this doubleheader. As Jackson Fleeflet's going to make his way back to his catcher position. 1 out. We'll see if that mound visit can get Hayek and this post-20 team back on track here. Runners on second and third. Jack McDonald at the plate. Hayek skips it in the dirt. 2-0. They do have room for McDonald. You know, in my opinion, it's not so bad to put him on first base here. Pitch around him with runners in scoring position. Give yourself a chance at a double play ball. It looks like that's what Hayek's doing. That one's in the dirt. Blocked by Fleeflet, 3-0. You know, don't want to put it on a tee for him here in this at-bat. We got Rath coming up next. He is your 9-hitter. He did double, so I don't know how much weight to put on his position in the batting order. Looks like he's going to have a chance again. 3-0 pitch to McDonald. inside, ball 4. It's going to bring up Xander Rath. Doubled and was stranded on second in a scoreless second for Kindred. And Chris Kappas is going to come out for a Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit. We're going to take a quick break on B92.7. Kindred opening up the gates here early on against Wahpeton. They lead 4-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be right back on B92.7 FM.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
It's an atmosphere of dignity, compassion, and people who care. It's the St. Catherine's difference. Francis likes the St. Catherine's feeling of being at home.
Well, everyone is really nice and helpful, like home. Everybody tries. The girls are so helpful and friendly, and the guys, and it's just like home.
Take it from the residents themselves. Being at St. Catherine's is like being at home. Come and see for yourself. Dignity, compassion, and people who care. That's the St. Catherine's difference. St. Catherine's, Wahpeton.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wanick, and Kindred is coming out hot tonight in this doubleheader. They lead Wahpeton 4-1. Bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the third inning. So they may not be done yet. Pitching change on the mound, so a change in your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley lineup says Cooper Klosterman comes out to relieve Aiden Hayek. And Klosterman is coming off his best outing yet against the post-400 Comets. He went 3 innings, 4 Ks, no runs allowed in that one. Still got some work to do to shave his ERA, sitting at 6 even. Good opportunity for him to get it going against a Class A rival in Kindred. So Hayek gets the hook in this one after 2 1/3 innings. Hayek allows 4 runs, 2 of them earned on 6 hits, a pair of walks, and 2 Wahpeton errors. First pitch from Klosterman is fouled on top of the press box. Double play opportunity here for Post 20. They have turned a couple of them this year. No better time than now to stay in this ball game. Klosterman, delivery on the way. That one's fouled off onto First Street, 0-2. So quickly, Klosterman gets ahead of the number 9 hitter, Xander Rath. Rath with a diving catch in right field on the line and a double to left field at the plate. 0-2. Klosterman tries to get him to chase a high heater. Stays put, 1-2. Klosterman, the big tall righty, working out of the stretch. Bases juiced, 1-2. Curveball comes all the way back in. Just misses. He's going to grit his teeth after that one. It's 2-2. Klosterman right back to work. Fastball outside corner. Strike 3 looking. Second out of the inning. Brings up the top of the order. I've been talking about how dangerous Mason Almaris is. He's 0 for 2. Bases are loaded for the North Dakota State College of Science batting average leader. 2 outs, bases loaded. Kindred 4, Wahpeton 1. Delivery from Klosterman to Almaris, and he just misses him. Probably a good thing he did, because that one went right by his face. Count is 1-0. Brushes him off the plate. 1-0 delivery. High and outside. 2-0. And Klosterman's got to rein it in here. Nowhere to put Almaris. Klosterman fires. Neck high fastball. 3 balls. No strikes to Kindred's leadoff man. Klosterman takes a long look. This one's got to be there. Comes set. 3-0. He goes to first base with the pickoff. Kindred paying attention. Everybody gets back easily. You never know where Wahpeton's going when the pitcher makes a move. They've got some good designed stuff. Try to pick off there, even though Hayek's playing behind the runner. 3-0 from Klosterman. That one's up high, and he's going to walk home a run, and that one will be charged to Aiden Hayek. Hayek is now over at first base, swapping spots with Cooper Klosterman. And Kindred, 5, Wahpeton 1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I don't think anyone expected this early on. Wahpeton 8-2 in the region. Kindred 5-5 coming in to hit this game. They had other plans. Klosterman comes set. Delivery. Fastball pops the mid on the outside corner. Good looking pitch from Klosterman. Wold at the plate. Curveball. Buckles him, and that one is called a ball. That one belt high, straight down Broadway, ball 1. Cooper Klosterman comes set. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 2, so he quickly shakes off his frustration from that curveball. Gets ahead 1-2. We'll see if he goes back to the off speed here. Fastball in the outside corner. That had Jackson Fleetflick going back to the dugout, but it's ball. And to be fair, he did pull that one in about 12 inches, so 2-2. Klosterman trying to win his evens here and get out of the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded for Kindred. That one rolled over to second base. Blado knocks it down, but he will not get the out at first, just like what happened to Caden Kappas in the first inning. Blado blinded by the runner, takes the ball off his chest. That's going to be an E4. Third error of the game for Wahpeton, 6th run for Kindred. The wheels are kind of coming off here for post 20. Trailing 6-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. The good news for Wahpeton, it's early in the game. They can change the narrative when they come up in the bottom half, but Kindred still has the bases loaded here. Strike 1 from Cooper Klosterman to Whipple. Whipple 1 for 2 with a pair of runs scored. So Klosterman doing his job. Just needs a little help behind him here to end the inning. Curveball. Gets a flare to center field. Hinckley coming in, and he'll get a great break on that ball and catch it in shallow center. Kindred puts up 4 runs in the third inning. They lead Wahpeton 6-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're going to be back with the bottom of the third. We'll see what kind of response Wahpeton has when we return on B92.7 FM and streaming live on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Welcome back to John Randall Field, and just like that, Kindred tacks 4 more on the scoreboard, making it a 6-1 ball game over Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This is a rematch of last year's Class A state championship game. Kindred rumored to be down this year. Much exaggerated is how it looks so far as they lead by 5 runs. Miles Hinckley, Wahpeton's number 9 hitter, is going to lead off the bottom of the third. First pitch to the lefty is upstairs for ball 1. Hinckley, probably a top-of-the-order guy on most teams. Kind of serves that role as the 9-hitter, giving them a double leadoff with Caden Kappas on deck. Count is 1-1 to Hinckley. Hinckley turns on the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be in the hole to second base. Diving attempt by the second baseman, no good. And Hinckley's going to lead off the inning with a single. Miles Hinckley entered this game hitting .292. That one's going to push him over the 300 mark. And that brings up your shortstop and leadoff man, Caden Kappas. Kappas batting a healthy .423 on the season. Leads this team with 27 runs. Kappas stole his 19th base of the season earlier in the game and advanced to third on an overthrow. He takes the first pitch, ball 1. Second pitch way upstairs. They throw behind Hinckley, and he just gets back in time. Very close play. Casey Formanak, the umpire in the field, he runs over to get a good look at it and made the right call. But Hinckley almost caught snoozing over at first. Delivery to Kappas. Swings and misses. Strike 1. So 2-1 count to Caden Kappas. 2-1 pitch is down. Catcher keeping a close eye on Hinckley. Looked like a snap throw was coming there, but he held on to it. So hitters count here for number 5. Kappas tags that one to left. Right on. Xander Rath out there, or is that Ben Wold? Either way, that was an atom ball right off the barrel. Left fielder didn't have to move for the first out of the inning. Again, I had a little bit of car trouble before the game today, so I'm working on Game Changer for the lineups. Trying to be as accurate as I can, folks. I got here about 5 minutes before first pitch. Skylar Blado comes to the plate, takes strike 1. That line drive was caught by Jack McDonald in left field. 1 down, Miles Hinckley on first base. Wahpeton's number 2 hitter, Skylar Blado, at the dish. Takes that one at the letters for a ball. Pitch to Blado on the way. Dribbler just past the mound. Nice play by the third baseman. Fires it over to first base for the second out of the inning. That one was cut off nicely by Belaski, moving to his left. And you always want your third baseman to field it in front of the shortstop, carry that momentum on the throw. So 2 down, Jackson Fleeflet. Wahpeton's number 3 hitter steps to the plate. Popped out to the first baseman last time, and he's really been getting a lot of air under the ball. Entered this game with a .490 average, shooting the gaps. Hits the first one like a rocket through the hole at third, and they're going to go ahead and send Hinckley. We might have a play at the plate here. Here comes the throw. Head first, Hinckley is going to get in safe. McDonald fired it into the infield, but they did not have a throw as Hinckley's wheels allowed him to get in without a play for Wahpeton's second run of the ball game. RBI single from Jackson Fleeflet. He's going to be courtesy ran for by Carter Bob Hockert. Kindred 6, Wahpeton 2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. A lot of ball game left. Bottom of the third inning, Jaden King steps to the plate. He's got a pair of home runs on the season. King had Wahpeton's other RBI earlier in the ballgame with a single to right field. First pitch to King, high and out, ball 1. King's got the orange Louisville slugger, old school Minnesota Twins colored stirrups. Hits the second pitch on a line to left field. It's going to one-hop McDonald for a single. So Jaden King 2 for 2. Wahpeton looking to get a 2-out rally going. Wahpeton up to 4 hits now in the ball game. Kindred with 6 hits. Thing that stands out, 5 hits, for Wahpeton. The thing that stands out is a trio of errors for post 20, and that has been the problem lately. Lapses in the field. Good enough hitters to stay in the ballgame, however, as we're seeing this inning. Cooper Klosterman steps to the plate. Klosterman wants to jump on the first pitch, and he swings right through it, just a bit in front of the fastball. Klosterman entered the game hitting a respectable .279. He drives that one to left field, and it's tailing foul. A little bit antsy at the plate, number 9, just getting out in front of the fastball. Those might be the 2 best pitches he sees in this at-bat now that he's down 0-2. He's going to have to simplify things and put it in play. See if he can make something happen. 2 down. 2 runners on. Cooper Klosterman at the plate. Curveball. Swing and a miss. Dropped by the catcher. He's going to throw it to first in plenty of time. Strikeout ends the inning, and Wahpeton scores 1 run, cuts the Kindred lead to 6-2. We are through 3 innings on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Kindred 6, Wahpeton 2 at John Randall Field. We'll be right back on B92.7 FM.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install select front and rear brake pads and 4 select rotors. Up to $20 in rebates on select AC Delco batteries. Up to $15 in rebates on the purchase of 3 select AC Delco wiper blades. And up to $10 in rebates on the purchase and install select AC Delco cabin air and engine filters. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. SmithMotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number 1 today.
When it was clear that my dad could not live on his own, I was worried. He was still independent, but he needed assistance. I didn't know I had any options. Then I brought up my concerns to my wife.
Well, and I had heard so many good things about Twin Town Villa, so I suggested we stop out and take a tour.
The minute we walked through the door and met the staff, I knew this was the perfect option for Dad. Dad's Twin Town Villa apartment is clean and spacious, plenty of room for my active dad to move around.
Twin Town Villa was and is our best option. It'll be yours too. Call or stop in for a tour today.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. Wahpeton looking to overcome 3 errors as Kindred has a 6-2 lead here entering the 4th inning. Curveball from Cooper Klosterman hits the inside corner. He's got a 1-1 count here to the first batter of the inning. At the plate for Kindred is Swenson, and he strikes out swinging. So Cooper Klosterman doing a nice job here in relief of Aiden Hayek. Gets the leadoff man. Stanley Blasky comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a run and a walk. Wearing number 0. Maybe he's a Gilbert Arenas fan. Flies that one to center field. Miles Hinckley jogging over to his left, and he'll catch that one for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs from Cooper Klosterman, 4 pitches. Wahpeton hoping to get right back to the plate, cut into this Kindred lead, but they'll have to get through Grant Spellhog first, 1 for 1 with a pair of RBIs and a run. Fastball inside corner, belt high, 0-1. Second pitch is just a bit low at the shins, evens the count at 1-1. Spellhog had the single down the third base line last time, right on the chalk. 1-1 pitch from Klosterman. Climbs the ladder, it's 2-1. Klosterman trying to build off his 3 scoreless innings last time out against the Comets. 2-1 pitch, belt high, right down the middle. Not sure why Spellhog didn't try to send that one into the river, but he takes it for strike 2. Curveball, looking. Oh, and it's going to be a ball. So Klosterman with a long glare into the plate after that one, and the count is full. Big spot here for Cooper Klosterman. Chance to end the inning. 3-2. Fouled straight back into the net. Spellhog didn't miss that pitch by much. We'll see if Klosterman goes back to that curveball here. He hasn't been getting a lot of calls on it. But a dangerous hitter for a full count fastball. Klosterman does go with the curveball. He just can't get it to bite. He walks Spellhog. So a 2-out walk presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. It's going to bring up Andy Traum. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. We're going to get a courtesy runner. It's going to be number 33. Again, he's nameless. We don't have him on our roster. And I'll be down on the field for Game 2 filming for Episode 3 of the Post 20 docuseries. Episode 2 drops tomorrow night at 10 p.m. KBMWnews.com videos tab. I'm going to let the boys get their late night 4th of July practice plans together, and then they can get home and watch the episode. It's going to include 2 wins at Jack Williams Stadium versus the Fargo Bombers and a sweep of the Perm tournament. Lots of fun highlights of Post 20. 0-1 count. Klosterman delivers. 0-2. Picking apart the strike zone here to Traum. And another chance for Klosterman to end the inning. 0-2 to Traum. Check swing. Looks like he held up. They're not going to appeal. 1-2. Pitch was about 3 feet outside, and he almost got him to swing at it. So one thing about those curveballs, Klosterman's shown him a couple different looks. Makes it hard to catch up with the four-seamer. Fastball popped up to Kappas at shortstop. He parks underneath it, and that'll do it for the inning. So Kindred, scoreless in the top of the 4th inning, and they lead Wahpeton 6-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be right back from John Randall Field for the bottom of the 4th.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back to John Randall Field, Wahpeton Post 20. They've got some work to do. They trail Kindred 6-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Aiden Hayek at the plate. That was a curveball or a knuckleball or an ephus or something. About 45 miles an hour up in the zone for a ball. Hayek takes the next pitch as well, outside and low, and he's up in the count 2-1. Aiden Hayek having an awesome debut season for this Class A Legion team. So he takes that one in the dirt, and he's up 3-1. He's been clutch at the plate. A couple RBIs in the Perm tournament. A couple big triples this year. Bright future for number 12 as he's up 3-1 in the count. Takes that one. High and in, and he'll walk. Presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. And Wahpeton has the leadoff man on base, and Braxton Bubba Pauly coming to the plate. Braxton Pauly was slated to pitch this game, and then they found out that he was too close to his pitch limit, so they weren't going to use him up, and it ended up being Aiden Hayek. So Pauly's DHing instead, and he rolls over an outside fastball to third. They're going to go to 2. They're going to go to 1, and that's going to be a double play. Got Pauly by about a half step. Admittedly, he will tell you he doesn't run that well, and they get him just barely. So tough luck double play there, right at the third baseman. Belaski fields it, fires it over to Traum at second. He completes the double play by hitting Spellhog at first. So 2 down. Nick Langenwalter is going to try to start a rally here for Wahpeton. First pitch to Langenwalter is a strike at the belt. Some of these pitches will look high to Nick Langenwalter if you're watching the stream on KBMW News Live. That's just because he gets down low in his load. He likes to kind of crouch down, so he falls that one into the net. So they look like they're like face high, but by the time he stands up, they are belt high. Curveball hits him. There goes that 45-mile-an-hour curve. Nick Langenwalter, no interest in getting out of the way of that one. Won't need any ice as he's hit by pitch, and he'll reach first base with 2 outs, bringing up Miles Hinckley, who singled last time. And Wahpeton hanging around in this game despite 3 errors, 6-2. Still within reach, but time is slowly ticking away in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Kindred trying to pick up a big win here in the East region against the top team, Wahpeton Post 20. First pitch to Hinckley, skips off the plate for a ball. So we're going to get a quick Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit. Joined up here in the booth by Daily News sports reporter David Topoleski. Think I said that right? And yeah, he's new to the newspaper. Of course, I was the sports reporter there before. I really enjoyed it there, and they've struggled to find somebody to cover sports here, and David has come in and written some really nice stories. He's getting some source quotes and covering all the sports the best he can. That's a tall task. There's a ton of teams in town. There's some articles on Breckenridge 16U. They're having a decent season. Did a nice write-up on the Cody Malk football camp. Awesome free football camp that was held in Wahpeton. So you can check out those articles at wahpetondailynews.com/sports. Pitch on the way to Hinckley. Fastball in the inside corner. He takes that for a strike. David coming over from Detroit, so you Vikings fans probably going to have some beef. You guys can hash that out amongst each other when you see him at the games. So that one's in the dirt, and Langenwalter is not going to advance. Nice block by the catcher. Count is now 2-1 to Miles Hinckley. A little bit dark on the stream. Kind of a small overcast to clouds here at John Randall Field. Hinckley fouls that one off. Hinckley looking to get on base and bring Wahpeton to the top of the order for Caden Kappas. Or he could just hit one over the fence like he did during school ball. Pitch on the way to Hinckley. Way outside. So Swenson still working on the mound. He's given up 5 hits, 1 Kindred error. That one hit opposite field by Hinckley. Right to McDonald for the out. Wahpeton gets out of the inning without scoring a run. We're going to head to the 5th. Kindred hanging on to a 6-2 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Stick around. This is East Region Class A Baseball on B92.7 FM and streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
So after Jack McDonald makes the catch and left to end a scoreless bottom of the fourth, he'll step to the plate for Kindred and ground it down the third baseline foul. Kindred leads Wahpeton 6-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Upset alert for Post 20. They're 8-2. They lead the region. Kindred 5-5. Looking to pick up a game here on the defending Class A state champions. 0-1 from Klosterman. That was a nice, I want to say, slider. That one was way harder than his curve as far as velocity goes. Darted its way to the outside corner. He's up 0-2. Fastball down the middle, grounded to Kappas. Plays the hop and throws it over to Hayek. So that's the first out of the inning. Hayek, your starting pitcher, now over at first base. Replaced on the mound by Cooper Klosterman. That's going to bring up Xander Rath. He has a double. He also has a diving catch in right field. Number 9 hitter stepping up today for Kindred. Big cut at the first pitch, swings over the top of it, 0-1. Klosterman getting into a groove here. Working pretty quick out of the stretch. 0-1, gets another swing and a miss. That one knee-high fastball. Klosterman right back on the rubber, taking signs. Xander Rath taking his time to get back in. Klosterman comes set, glove face high, right-handed delivery. Leaves it high for a ball. 1-2. Klosterman shaking off a couple signs. Shaking off 3 or 4 signs from Fleetlet before he comes into the stretch. Fastball buries it low and outside. Ball 2. 2-2. Klosterman's going to have to challenge him here. At the bottom of the order, it's Xander Rath at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Checks his swing, but they're not going to call it a strike on the pitch. They're not going to call it a strike on the swing. They appeal to Casey Formanak. He says Rath did not go. And we're going to have a full count here. So Wahpeton not getting the break there. Full count from Klosterman. That one at the knees, backwards K. Nice recovery from the big righty. Out number 2 on the strikeout. And that's going to bring up Mason Almaris. 0-2 with a walk and an RBI. He walked with the bases loaded. That's really the only hiccup so far for Klosterman, as he came in with the bases loaded in relief and walked Almaris, resulting in a run. He's been lights out since. As he stares over the top of his glove and comes set. First pitch to Almaris is outside, and looks like they were a little mixed up on the signs there. Jackson Fleetfoot's going to make his way out for a Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit. Frustrated about something. I think it might have been the check swing no call. Can't be anything that Klosterman's doing because he's mowing down this Kindred lineup for the most part. Again, I'll be down on the field for Game 2 filming some 4K highlights for the Boys Are Back Post-20 docu-series Episode 1, KBMWnews.com videos tab. Episode 2 drops tomorrow at 10 p.m. Pitch on the way from Klosterman. Fouled back into the net. Episode 2 is going to feature a Perm Tournament championship for this Wahpeton team and 2 one-run victories for Fargo Post 2 at Jack Williams Stadium, home of Roger Maris, who hit 61 homers in 1961. Klosterman gets another foul ball to the backstop. Beautiful stadium on the riverbanks of Fargo Moorhead. Some great highlights between 2 good teams. Post 2 Bombers now 5-2 in the East region. Both of the losses coming to Wahpeton. 1-2 pitch from Klosterman. Belt high, down the middle of the plate, ball. So after that, it's 2-2. That one in the dirt. Blocked by Jackson Fleetfoot. So Klosterman, these curveballs must be crossing just above the belt. Fleetfoot certainly catching them belt high behind the plate. Josh Nordick has a better view than I do, but the pitcher and the catcher are certainly frustrated. As we got another payoff pitch coming. That one hit to second base and right past the outstretched arm of Skylar Blado. That's a single for Mason Almaris, your NDSCS all-conference baseball player back for his super senior season. We'll see him right here at John Randall Field as a sophomore for NDSCS. So he extends the inning. There's 2 outs. Jack Wold coming to the plate. Kindred 6, Wahpeton 2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're already in the 5th inning, so Wahpeton's got to get going. There's no more time to wait. Klosterman checks first base. Almaris gets back head first. Jack Wold steps to the plate. Klosterman going to throw over to one again. Almaris easily back. Klosterman comes set. Delivery. Driven into the left center gap. Josiah Brewer is going to chase that one down all the way at the wall. He's going to have a little trouble picking up. Gets it into Kappas. And that's going to be an RBI double for Jack Wold. Just when you thought Kindred was going to go scoreless, they tack on another run here. 7-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. It's going to bring up your catcher, Bryce Whipple. Klosterman walked in a run earlier with the bases loaded, but that was charged to Aiden Hayek, so that is Klosterman's first run allowed of the ball game. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks. So Whipple takes a long time getting the signs, and he'll step in the righty batter's box. First pitch from Klosterman, and that one is a handle shot into left field. We're going to have a play at the plate as Brewer comes up throwing, and he airmails that one into the backstop. So the first throw Brewer had was short. He tries to overcorrect there. Just a little too much. Another RBI from Kindred, and they're busting out the Kirk Cousins. You like that. Wahpeton certainly doesn't, as they trail 8-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That's the one thing about Wahpeton. They like to bust out the celebrations on the bases, and if you can dish it, you better be able to take it, and Kindred's rolling tonight. Swenson steps to the plate. Still 2 outs. 8-2 Kindred on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And that one is hit to center field. Miles Hinckley gives chase. It's going to bounce in front of him. Hinckley's going to just throw it into second base. Another run's going to score on that RBI by your pitcher, Swenson. So he helps his cause and makes it 9-2. And this one getting a little bit out of hand at John Randall Field. So we're going to have a team mound visit here, a player's mound visit. Wahpeton really nowhere to go. They don't want to burn through their pitching. So Klosterman is probably going to be left to his own devices out there. One more out to get out of this inning. It's going to bring up Stanley Belaski. Klosterman comes set. Delivery. Belaski hits that one to right field and shallow. Jaden King takes a couple steps in and catches it, and that's going to do it for the inning. Kindred not cooling off. They score 3 more. They lead 9-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th as Wahpeton looks to break free from this sluggish start on B92.7 FM, streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I would like to let you know about our DEF fluid. Whether you're looking for a 2.5 gallon jug or a 275 gallon tote, we've got you covered. You can also grab it at the pumps at the Southern Valley Travel Center located on the 210 bypass. So whatever your DEF needs are, we're here to help.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork.
All right, we'll get back to you with that Heitkamp Construction ad as Caden Kappas steps to the plate. Your extra base hits tonight are presented by Heitkamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. My dad's been working at Heitkamp for like darn near 3 decades. Great company. Shout out to Bob, Robert Wannick Sr. Had a good time hanging out with the fam on my birthday the other day. Turned 31, and no, it's not fun getting old, but it is a privilege. It's Caden Kappas in the batter's box. Takes a pitch that looked to be about letter high. That one's going to be a strike. The count is 2-1. Kappas falls that one off the handle into the backstop, and it's 2-2. And Wahpeton having trouble getting solid contact on Swenson today. This is the top of the Wahpeton order, so if they're going to go, they got to do it now. All starts with your leadoff man, number 5, Caden Kappas. He hits that one over towards the batter's cages down the left field foul line, out of play. Two count. Caden Kappas, right-handed shortstop, leadoff man. Facing Swenson, Kindred pitcher, leg kick, right-handed delivery in the dirt outside. So full count to Caden Kappas. Kappas 1 for 2 with a run and a stolen base today. Kappas takes that one just upstairs. A carbon copy of the strike that was called on him earlier in the bat, and I think he lucked out on that one. 8-pitch walk for Caden Kappas, presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. That's going to bring up Skylar Blado. He's 0 for 2 today, trying to break free from a little mini slump that he's been on. And he swings at the first pitch. That's going to be a routine fly ball to center field. I believe that's Mason Almaris out there, and he's going to try to double up Kappas at first. Throw is just a bit off. Catches that one and throws it all the way from routine depth in center field to first base. So 1 down. That brings up Jackson Fleeflet, and we keep saying this. He had 7 home runs last year. He has none this year. Hasn't affected his overall production, but a little surprising he hasn't left the park. It has resulted in more extra base hits overall, however, as that pitch gets away, and Kappas is going to move to second on the pass ball. Something the catcher probably should have been able to handle. Take a look at Fleeflet's numbers on the season. Big time power hitter. He has 11 doubles and 3 triples. As he's hit in the shoulder on that one, he throws the bat. Not sure what he's upset about. Clearly not intentional. He gets down to first base. Fleeflet, he's been hit quite a bit this year too. For Jackson Fleeflet, that's the 11th time he's been hit by pitch this year. Trails only Caden Kappas on the team, who's been hit 16 times. So Jaden King comes up. Wahpeton's cleanup man. 1 out, runners on first and second. First pitch, belt high, down the center for strike 1. Swenson, delivery to King. Jams him, and he's going to pop that one up on the infield grass. Infield fly rule in effect. King is out. Second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Cooper Klosterman. As Carter Hockert comes in to pinch run for Jackson Fleeflet at first base. Wahpeton really just hasn't gotten off the ground in this game. 5 hits, but they haven't been able to string them together. They trail 9-2 in the 5th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2 runners on for Cooper Klosterman. He hits that one a mile to left field. Down the line. Foul. Home run if it's fair, but it's not. It's a long strike for Cooper Klosterman. That one's going to take the wind out of post 20 sails a little bit. We'll see if Klosterman can straighten it out, however. Wahpeton trailing 9-2. Klosterman takes low and away, 1-1. That one was hit very hard. Say about 15 feet over the fence, 324 down the left field line. Klosterman hits that one down the third baseline, and that one's about 6 inches foul. So you can see Klosterman kind of shaking his head. Guy can't catch a break at the plate. 2 hard rips down the left side, foul. As Whipple goes out to talk to Swenson after that loud contact. Working on a strikeout plan here. Cooper Klosterman's going to try to extend this AB 1-2 count. Swenson comes set. Right-handed delivery. Outside corner. That one's hit up the middle to the shortstop. He's going to spin and throw to first, and Klosterman's going to beat it out. So that's going to be an infield hit for Cooper Klosterman. We talked to him in episode 1 of the Boys Are Back docuseries, and he said, hey, I'm not fast, but I'm quick, and I like getting from point A to point B. So he got from the batter's box to first base just in time there for an infield single. Bases juiced for Aiden Hayek. Golden opportunity for Wahpeton's number 6 hitter. Braden Steffens is going to courtesy run at first for Cooper Klosterman. Aiden Hayek 0 for 1 with a walk on the day. Tripled off the base of the fence in his last game versus Devil's Lake. First pitch, hit softly to left field. That's going to drop for a single. It's going to score 1 run. Bob Hockert coming around. He'll score 2 runs on the single by Aiden Hayek. The young man showing that clutch gene. Kindred 9, Wahpeton 2 on your Wahpeton 4, on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bottom of the 5th, so Wahpeton will get, of course, the final out in this inning, and then they'll get 6 more outs to work with at the plate as they trail by 5. Braxton Pauley steps into the batter's box, crowding the plate. First pitch, way outside in the lefty batter's box for ball 1, and Swenson starting to waver a little bit here. Doesn't look like he's throwing it quite as hard. Wahpeton's making more solid contact. It's a good spot for post 20 to cut into this lead. 1-0, and whoa, Pauley takes a gargantuan hack at that one. His head goes flying out. Swing and a miss. And Cap is telling him to keep your chin down, keep your eye on the ball. Let it ride. Pauley takes that one for a strike. Pauley thought it was high, but it's going to be a strike. Second one of the AB, and he's down 1-2. Curveball. Pauley lays off, and it skips in the dirt. Both runners are going to advance. So that one gets away from your catcher, Whipple. Heads up base running by courtesy man, Braden Steffens, who just subbed into the ball game. 2 runners in scoring position, 2-2 count to Braxton Pauley. And Chris Kappas is going to have a quick word with home plate umpire Josh Nordick. And he is pretty upset. Maybe calling for a balk on the pitcher. Not sure, but Josh Nordick's going to make his way back to home plate, and Chris Kappas is going to walk back to the coach's box at third. And we got a 2-2 count to Braxton Pauley. Runners on second and third, 2 down. Kindred 9, Wahpeton 4, bottom 5. That's going to be a single to the left side, and that's going to score a run. And they're going to go for 2 here. Hayek coming home, throw is on the money, and he is tagged right in the face, dead to rights. 9-5. Wahpeton cuts into this lead. Can't blame them for taking a chance trying to score that 6th run. We've got a ball game again. We're going to go to the top of the 6th with Kindred leading Wahpeton 9-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard after Aiden Hayek is thrown out trying to score in the bottom of the 5th. Stick around. This is Post 20 East Region Baseball on B92.7 FM, streaming live at KBMW News YouTube.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Brent Spellhaug at the plate for Kindred. He falls off the first pitch for strike 1. Wahpeton claps back with 3 runs of their own in the Bottom of the fifth inning on a 2 RBI single from Aiden Hayek and a 1 RBI single from Braxton Pauley. Aiden Hayek thrown out at home plate to end the inning. He was waved around. The left fielder had the ball, Jack McDonald, before Hayek even got to third. No chance at home. But Wahpeton now in this one, 9-5, top of the sixth inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Very impressed by Kindred so far. Knew they would step up to play this game, a big rivalry game in the region, but I didn't know they'd jump ahead 6-1 like they did. Cooper Klosterman on the bump for post 20. He issues a walk to Spellhaug, presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Again, another quick reminder to hit up the KBMWnews.com videos tab and check out episode 1 of The Boys Are Back, a docu-series I'm producing on Wahpeton Post 20. Hundreds of hours of footage going into this. Thank you for our sponsors making it possible, especially our top-tier sponsors, Red River Valley and Western Railroad and Circle of Nations Wahpeton Indian School. As that one is hit to left field, Joe Brewer giving chase, and he'll make a nice running catch for the first out of the inning. He'll get it back into the infield quickly as well. Hold Spellhaug at first base. Shelley Zock, Miller Realty, Robinson Builders, LLC, a couple other sponsors. Jahinkapa Zoo, right next to the ballpark here. Take the family out there. Minn Kota Ag Products, Schmitty's, Plumbing and Heating. Thank you for your sponsorship of the Post 20 docu-series. Making it possible to get down on the field and film. It's the only way they'll let me out of the box to film some games down there is if I can make it work, and my sponsorship team is stepping up to the plate. So 1 out, 1 runner on for Kindred. As much as I like calling the games on here, making a little bit of video magic this summer, it's going to make great memories for this Post 20 team. Swing and a miss, 0-1 count. To Jack McDonald. Klosterman's curveball stays up. Count is 1-2. Klosterman so far in this ball game kind of ran into trouble last inning. 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 earned. He does have 3 strikeouts. That one is hit to shallow center field. Miles Hinckley with a beautiful running catch behind second base. And Hinckley is covering some ground. He had the big mistake versus Devil's Lake. He ran up on a ball with 2 outs. It got all the way to the fence. Didn't cost Wahpeton a run. This game, he's come out with a short memory, and he's making all the plays out there. Coach Kapp has shown his confidence in Hinckley, putting him right back in center where he's been dynamite for the most part. 2 outs, swing and a miss. Xander Rath, your 9-hitter, he's 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. So he doubled. Last 2 times he's whiffed. 0-1. Klosterman comes set, runner on first. Delivery, that one is hit to Hinckley. Center fielder comes up on it, then takes a step back, catches it for the 3rd out of the inning. Wahpeton trying to build on their 3-run 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. They trail Kindred 9-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This is Post 20 Baseball on B92.7 FM.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
It's an atmosphere of dignity, compassion, and people who care. It's the St. Catherine's difference. Francis likes the St. Catherine's feeling of being at home.
Well, everyone is really nice and helpful, like home. Everybody tries. The girls are so helpful and friendly, and the guys, and it's just like home.
Take it from the residents themselves. Being at St. Catherine's is like being at home. Come and see for yourself. Dignity, compassion, and people who care. That's the St. Catherine's difference. St. Catherine's, Wahpeton.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. Nick Langenwalter steps into the batter's box for post 20 and takes ball 1. Wahpeton trails 9-5 in the 6th inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Langenwalter hits it to third. Nice scoop by the third baseman. Fires to first. In time for the out. So Wahpeton down to its final 5 outs here. They trail Kindred 9-5. A team that Wahpeton beat 4 times last season in 4 games. Miles Hinckley steps to the plate. Hinckley playing phenomenal defense in center field today, and he also has a hit. Takes ball 1 inside. Hinckley, a guy who kind of gets overshadowed sometimes by this star-studded batting order, gets the job done. Batting just a clip over 300 on the season now. Can lay down a sacrifice bunt. Shown the ability to hit to the opposite field lately. Nice ball player. Catcher pulls that one back in for a strike on the outer half. 1-1 count to Miles Hinckley. Hinckley takes that one about eyeball high, 2-1, as the sun has come out at John Randall Field. Wahpeton wearing the bright white uniforms. Hinckley hits that one opposite side, trailing foul territory by third, making the catch by the fence for the out. So Kindred, quick 2 outs here. Wahpeton scores 3 runs last inning. Kindred gets right back to business. That fly ball was measured nicely by Belaski. Catches it a couple feet from the foul fence. Brings up Caden Kappas. Wahpeton's back to the top of the order with 2 outs, bottom 6. Kappas takes an off-speed pitch inside for a strike. Is Swenson still dealing on the mound for Kindred. Kappas skies the second pitch. Drifting over is the center fielder, Mason Almaris. He makes the catch, and that is going to end the inning. Wahpeton will be down to their final 3 outs. Kindred looking to tack on some insurance here as we head to the top of the 7th. Kindred 9, Wahpeton 5. East Region upset alert right here on B92.7 FM.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install select front and rear brake pads and 4 select rotors. Up to $20 in rebates on select AC Delco batteries. Up to $15 in rebates on the purchase of 3 select AC Delco wiper blades. And up to $10 in rebates on the purchase and install select AC Delco cabin air and engine filters. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. SmithMotors.com.
Starting the top half of the 7th inning, Mason Almaris flies out to Miles Hinckley, who's been a magnet in center field for post 20 this game. But Kindred leads Wahpeton 9-5 here at John Randall Field. Wahpeton on high upset alert right now. Kindred feeling themselves, playing well. A little bit of swagger out there. They busted out the Kirk Cousins "You Like That" a couple innings ago. Wahpeton hasn't been able to get fully back in this one. Kindred 9, Wahpeton 5. I'm Robert Wanick on B92.7 FM. Thanks to Carlson Family Insurance, our scoreboard sponsor, as that one is hit up the middle. Kappas fields it behind second. He's going to have to get rid of it quickly. He does. Hayek makes a nice stretch, but the runner is safe. Just barely. Jack Wold beats it out Kappas directly behind second base. Got that ground ball, fired it over to first. Wold beat it out by a half step. That's going to bring up Whipple, your catcher. First pitch, chest high, ball one. So Wahpeton can't afford to allow any more runs across. Top of the 7th inning, they trail 9-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That one is hit to the right side, and that one is going to burn Jaden King. Right center gap. King's going to fire it back to the infield. Kappas gets it. We're going to have a play at the plate. Throw is on. The tag is just late. That's about as bang-bang as it gets. Jack Wool's foot hits the plate. Jackson Fleeflet's glove hits the cleat. Safe. You know, I think if Fleeflet would have just stayed back where the plate is and let that ball get to him, he might have got him, but he fielded it in the left-handed batter's box and had to reach back. And you know the saying is, the baseball travels faster than you can. And I think if he just let that throw ride in a little bit longer, they might have had the tag, but bang, bang play. Jack Wold gets across for the run. 10-5 Kindred. Nice relay from King to Kappas to Fleeflet on that play. That one is hit to right field. Jaden King has it measured. No tag. 2 down. So for the first time this season, Wahpeton allows double-digit runs to their arch nemesis, Kindred. Team they beat last year in the state championship game, 10-0. Hats off to Kindred, playing good baseball this game in the first meeting between these teams. Brings up Belaski, third baseman. Made a nice catch last inning, and he's swinging at the first pitch. A lineup full of capable hitters. That's what I'm seeing up here in the Heb and Gene Dietrich press box. 0-1, Belaski at the plate. 1 for 3 with a run and a walk. Curveball goes over the top of Belaski's head. Klosterman loses the grip on that one. We have a 1-1 count. 2 outs. Wahpeton trails by 5 in the 7th inning. That one fouled down the first base side, out of play. And you remember last year, none of these games were really close against Kindred. Wahpeton 4-0 against the Vikings. Kindred would not have qualified for the state tournament last year as they lost out of regions, but as they were the host team, they got in and made their way to the championship game where they lost to Wahpeton. Klosterman, a late break to first on a grounder to Hayek, but Hayek runs it over himself to end the inning. Wahpeton trailing 10-5, down to their final 3 outs on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Kindred coming in hot tonight at John Randall Field. This is game 1 of 2. Stick around. We're coming back for the bottom of the 7th. Post 20, looking for some comeback magic on B92.7 FM.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number 1 today.
When it was clear that my dad could not live on his own, I was worried. He was still independent, but he needed assistance. I didn't know I had any options. Then I brought up my concerns to my wife.
Well, and I had heard so many good things about Twin Town Villa, so I suggested we stop out and take a tour.
The minute we walked through the door and met the staff, I knew this was the perfect option for Dad. Dad's Twin Town Villa apartment is clean and spacious, plenty of room for my active dad to move around.
Twin Town Villa was and is our best option. It'll be yours too. Call or stop in for a tour today.
We're back at John Randall Field for the bottom of the 7th inning. Kindred in control here. They lead Wahpeton 10-5. Skylar Blado at the plate. He's going to start the inning off with a grounder to shortstop. That's going to be a hit to the backhand side. Just out of the reach of Jack Wold. So leadoff man is on for Wahpeton. They got a long road ahead of them. They're going to have to go base by base. It's going to bring up Jackson Fleeflet. Number 3 hitter for post 20. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. I believe that was his 19th RBI on the season. in Wahpeton's 20th game. Last year he had 54 RBIs in 41 games. Fleetfoot entered tonight's action batting .490. Fleetfoot calls for time. Doesn't step out of the box, though. Don't know what that's all about. And the pitch is on the way. Fleetfoot swings at that one. Big one-handed hack. Can't connect. Count is 1-1. And Swenson still on the mound for Kindred. He's had to work around a lot of traffic. 6 innings, 9 hits, 2 walks. He only has 1 strikeout. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. We saw Trey Vogelbacher go complete game against DGF. They just kept swinging at the first pitch and hitting into outs. He had no strikeouts in that complete game, and now Swenson has 1 strikeout in the 7th inning. It's crazy. You don't see that very often. Delivery to Fleetfoot just off the plate. Fleetfoot, 3-1 count. Like I said, Wahpeton needs 5 runs, so he doesn't need to kill the ball here. Just needs to get on base. Takes that one high. Ball 4 presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. And don't look now, but Wahpeton's got runners on first and second in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody out. They trail 10-5. Jaden King at the plate as the clouds come over John Randall Field a little bit now on our KBMW News Live YouTube live stream. I'm Robert Wanick. Thank you for joining me for Game 1 of this doubleheader, Wahpeton and Kindred. First pitch from Swenson to King. Little off-speed pitch finds its way into the zone. Strike 1. King's going to look for something better. Kindred doesn't have to worry about the base runners at this point. They just need to grab an out. As Jaden King's going to pop that one up to right field. And it might be trouble. Nope. Running in and making a nice play is Rath on the line, as he did earlier in the ballgame. No tag as he gets it back into the infield. 1 out, Cooper Klosterman at the plate. Klosterman on the evening is 1 for 3 with a run. He is the only strikeout victim of the game for Swenson. Swenson comes set. Klosterman drives the first pitch he sees to the left center gap. That's going to get down. It's going to be a single, and Wahpeton's going to go base by base. They're going to hold Blado up. Nice piece of hitting, and I'm not sure he even got that one on the barrel. Sounded a little dead, but he had enough strength in that 6'4" frame to muscle it out to left field, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for Aiden Hayek. Bases loaded earlier in the game, and Hayek ripped a 2 RBI single. One out, bottom of the 7th. Kindred 10, Wahpeton 5. Bases loaded. Aiden Hayek at the plate. He takes strike 1. Courtesy runner. Braden Steffens, who came in and scored as a courtesy earlier in the ballgame. He'll run for Cooper Klosterman. Gives Wahpeton speed at first, second, and third. Jackson Fleetfoot can run just fine. He just doesn't a whole lot. You don't want to injure your power hitter and your catcher on the bases. But he can certainly get around. 0-1 to Hayek. That one is driven to left field, and that's going to score a run. Base by base. Fleetfoot checks up at third. 10-6. That's one thing that we can give Wahpeton credit for, is they do not go away. They have come from behind in many of their wins this season. This would be, of course, the largest deficit overcame by Wahpeton if they can somehow string together a comeback. 10-6. 1 down, bases loaded on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're going to have a Minn Kota Egg Products mound visit. Swenson has thrown 98 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 3 walks. That's 14 base runners, 15 with the Kindred error. But he has done a job. His team has given him a lead, and he's went out there and pitched to contact and maintained that lead. Looks like we're going to have a change here, so we're going to take a quick break on B92.7. Don't go anywhere. It's the bottom of the 7th, and Wahpeton's got the bases juiced on B92.7 FM.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to John Randall Field, bottom of the seventh inning. Bases loaded for Wahpeton. Braxton Pauley at the plate. First pitch inside, ball one. Kindred leads 10-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. One out, and again, the bases plumb full for number 23 here. 1-0 pitch. That one's outside off the plate. Owen Hoyme coming off the bench in relief here. Talk about coming in after watching the entire game in a big spot. 2-0 to Braxton Pauley, who does have a home run on the season and 3 doubles. 2-0 on the way. Fastball outside corner. Pauley's going to look for something a little bit higher in the zone. Something that he can drive. 2-1. Hoyme facing Wahpeton's designated hitter. 2-1 pitch at the knees. Pauley's looking all the way. It's 2-2. He's got to go now. Anything close. Wahpeton down to their final 2 outs. They trail by 4 runs. Hoyme comes set in the stretch. Delivery. Pauley takes that one at the shins, and we have a full count, folks. Braxton Pauley has run this count full. He's looked at all 5 pitches. And only one man can win this battle. Hoyme steps off the back of the rubber. It's going to be calculated with his approach here. Bases loaded. This is the first batter he faces in relief. 1 out in the 7th. Hoyme comes set. Fleeflet dancing around at third. Delivery home. That one bounces off the dirt. Braxton Pauley does a job. Walks in a run, and Jackson Fleeflet is firing up his teammates as he makes his way home. That walk presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Braxton Pauley's there with a big-time walk. 10-7. Wahpeton chipping away at this Kindred lead in the final inning, and they got to be sweating bullets now as we're going to have another Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. We're going to stay right here as Hoyme just came in the game and walked in a run. I doubt they're going to make a pitching change. We got Nick Langenwalter up. He's the 8-hitter. On deck, Miles Hinckley. He's the 9-hitter. You know what that means. Top of the order. Caden Kappas in the hole. An out here would go a long way to ending this ball game for Kindred, even if they do give up another run. Langenwalter eager to get in the box before home plate ump Josh Nordick's even ready. We'll see what he can do with this opportunity. First pitch. On the way to Langenwalter. That one is inside. And Steffens is going to go home. Head first slide. He's safe. Braden Steffens coming in, making the most of his opportunity as a courtesy runner. Kindred 10, Wahpeton 8, bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Runners on second and third. And that's big because Steffens gets home there and he takes the force off on the bases. No double play opportunity here. Nick Langenwalter, 1-0 count. Owen Hoyme on the mound, high pressure situation. Hoyme comes set, 1-0 to Nick Langenwalter. That one inside, 2-0. And you could just feel the tension in the air here at John Randall Field. Hoyme 2-0 to Nick Langenwalter. On the way. That one does clip the knees, 2-1. So Wahpeton 3 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 7th. It is now 10-8 with 1 out. Langenwalter fouls off an inside pitch over to the Kindred dugout, and it's 2-2. Base hit to the right side. Could tie the ball game. Good speed on second and third. Evan Doctor, courtesy running at second. 2-2 to Langenwalter, and he takes strike 3. That caught a lot of the plate. Backwards K for the second out of the 7th inning. And Miles Hinckley is going to be called upon here to extend this ball game. Kindred 10, Wahpeton 8. Bottom of the 7th inning. Wahpeton down to their final out. Evan Doctor on second, Aiden Hayek on third. Miles Hinckley in the left-handed batter's box for Wahpeton. We're ready to go. Hinckley takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and Owen Hoyme has figured something out here. Hinckley, check swing, can't hold up at a high fastball outside corner, and he's quickly in an 0-2 hole. Hoyme has allowed 3 runs in this inning, coming in relief, walked in a run with the bases juiced. But here he goes, 0-2 to Hinckley. That one is down, and the entire Kindred team is walking off the field, but it's going to be ball 1. We've seen that a couple times today, but none in a spot big like this. 1-2 to Hinckley. So he gets another chance here for Wahpeton. Takes that one in the dirt, 2-2. Caden Kappas waiting on deck. 2-2 to number 13, Miles Hinckley. Swing and a miss, fastball off the plate. Hoyme does a job. He screams in celebration, and Kindred hangs on for a big East Region upset. 10-8. Kindred knocks off Wahpeton here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Wahpeton scores 3 in the bottom of the 7th, but Hoyme strikes out the final 2 batters he faces. And that's a final, folks. Game 2 coming up in a little bit, but first, we'll be right back after a break with your Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wannick on B92.7 FM, and Wahpeton tried to make a 7th inning stand, but Owen Hoyme slammed the door shut with a pair of strikeouts. Kindred 10, Wahpeton 8. That's what we call an upset. Wahpeton 8-2, defending Class A state champions. Kindred comes in here 5-5. Those are the region records. Kindred steals one, and we're going to have another one coming up in a little bit, but I'll be down on the field, actually, so we won't have that on the radio. Don't worry. There's a good reason for it. I'm filming for the Wahpeton Post 20 docuseries. Check that out at kbmwnews.com on the videos tab. We're filming 4K highlights, multiple camera angles, interviews with the players and Coach Kappas. Episode 2 drops tomorrow at 10 p.m. So Kindred 10, Wahpeton 8. This is your Miller Realty post-game show, a tradition of knowledge, experience, integrity, trust, and service. Can't say I expected Kindred to jump ahead 6-1, but I did expect a hotly contested ball game, so the final score certainly reflects that. Let's take a look at your numbers here. 3 errors from Wahpeton. That ultimately decided the game as they spotted them 3 or 4 runs. And that's been the story lately for Post 20, just not as sharp as they'd like to be. They usually get away with it because they're so skilled, but in the end it's going to come back and bite you. 5-4 loss to Devil's Lake, 10-8 loss to Kindred, and they'll definitely be going back to the drawing board to try to clean things up. We'll see how they respond. For Wahpeton, Caden Kappas, 1 for 3, pair of runs. Skylar Blado, 1 for 4 with a run. Jackson Fleeflit, 1 for 2, RBI and a run. Jaden King, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Cooper Klosterman, 2 for 4 with a run. Aiden Hayek, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Braxton Pauly, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. Nick Langenwalter, 0 for 3. Miles Hinckley, 1 for 4 with a run. So 8 Wahpeton batters get a hit. In total, 11 hits and 4 walks for Wahpeton. On the bump for Wahpeton, Aiden Hayek got the start, 2 in a third innings pitch, 6 hits, 2 walks, struck out 1 batter, allowed 3 earned runs. Cooper Klosterman, 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 walks, struck out 3 batters, 4 earned runs, so Kindred got to Klosterman late. Mason Almaris for Kindred, 1 for 4 with a run and a ribby. Jack Wold, big day at the dish, 3 for 5, 3 runs and an RBI. Ben Whipple, also 3 for 5, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. Swenson, your pitcher, 2 for 5 with a run and an RBI. Belaski, 1 for 4, 1 for 1 for Spell. I don't have his last name here. 1 for 1, 2 RBIs. 0 for 3 for Traum, 0 for 3 for McDonald, 1 for 4, Rath. Spellhaug, that's who it is, 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. On the mound, Swenson goes 6 in a third innings, 11 hits and 3 walks, but he still manages to go deep into the game for a quality start. 6 earned runs. He gets the win, so you don't see that very often. And Owen Hoyme comes in, 2/3 innings, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts to close the door for the save. So your player of the game, presented by Essentia Health, we're going to go ahead and give it to Aiden Hayek, who, if not for a couple early errors, might have went deeper in the ballgame. Gives up 3 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings. Not the prettiest line, but he did the job out there on the mound and, just didn't get enough help behind him. And at the plate, 2 for 3 with a big 2 RBI single to left field. And if it wasn't for that, Wahpeton probably never would have came to life. So Aiden Hayek, your Essentia Health player of the game, Essentia Health here with you. And for your play of the game, that's presented by Red River Agency, we're going to give that to Xander Rath. Kindred stopping momentum for Wahpeton with a diving catch on the right field line early in the game. So Xander Rath with a double and that diving catch on the right field line. He is your Red River Agency plays of the game, your trusted hometown agents. One more time on your Miller Realty post-game show as the clouds roll over the top of John Randall Field. Kindred 10, Wahpeton 8. That's a final. East Region Baseball. I'm Robert Wanick signing off from the iconic John Randall Field.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance